Hello everyone, I am Pramod and welcome to my channel, My Cricket Turf. So today what are we going to see? It's my favorite topic, wicket keeping. And today we are going to see standing back, which is also called as keeping to the fast bowlers. And what we are going to see today is the Australian way of doing it. Before we get into the drills or to the basics, let me take you back to the history of wicket keeping. Australia's contribution to modern cricket has been really great. One of them would be the wicket-keeping techniques, which is called as the Australian way. Apart from that, there has been one more big change in the era or the turning point of world cricket, where they brought in a batsman who can keep or a keeper who can bat well. It was in the 1990s when they introduced Adam Gilchrist as the keeper who can bat well, and which was a revolution. After Gilchrist, there were many such wicket keepers who could bat well. Few of the names would be Andy Flower, MS Dhoni, Brendan McCullum, Kumar Sangakkara, Butler and Bairstow. There were many such wicket keepers who could bat well and have made a lot of name on the world of cricket. With that, let us get into the basics. So getting into the basics, first thing first, where do you stand for a fast bowler? How far you need to stand? There are two indicators. Number one would be the off stump. Take off stump as the mark and you start walking back some 12 to 15 steps. When I say a step, it is a yard, which is a normal stride of yours. Once you take those 12 to 15 steps, the next indicator is the first over for the bowler. You need to gather some ball to understand whether you are standing for the right position. Now when I say right position, what is the second indicator? Second indicator ball is important that you are getting it in your hip level. If the ball is just dipping at the hip level, that is a perfect position. So indicator number one is the off stump as the mark for your stance. Indicator number two would be the first over from the bowler. It might take a ball or two to find whether you are at the right position, which is right at the hip level. So the second thing would be the stance. So there are three types of stance basically. One is the traditional way of the keeper sitting, or which is called as the crouching position. So this crouch, you sit down and you get up with the ball and you collect. So here the key is getting behind the head should be behind the line of the ball. This is the crouch position. The second would be half crouch or semi-crouch, where the keeper would be in this position. So this is, again, you stay here and when the bowler is released, you move and you catch the ball. The third would be the touch and go, which is the Australian way, wherein you stay here. At the time of the release, you just touch and then you go. So basically you stay here, relaxed, there are no strain on the back, no strain on your knees, and when the bowler takes the jump, you touch, get ready, get the ball. Moving on to the third and the most important part, which is picking the line of the ball. Now there are two ways that you pick the line. Let us consider these two cones as the line of the ball. There are two ways you grab the ball or reach the ball. You can say I'm in line of the ball by coming this position where your head is right behind the ball. You collect it here. The cushioning that you get or the receiving is done under your body. You can just receive it here. It stops here. So that is one way of receiving to the line of the ball. There's another way where bring this left foot to the line of the ball and take the ball in your inner hip. Here the advantage is when you are taking in that position, your cushioning gets more. You can receive it slightly more than what you receive here. So based on the pace of the ball, you can always cushion it more. When you get right behind the line of the ball, that means your head is in line with the ball. That time you have one of the most safest positions to catch. Even if you're not able to collect the ball, there are chances of hitting your body and stop. But what happens when there's a nick? You get the nick here. If the neck or the edge is a little more thicker, you have to go for the dive. Now let us see the position of collecting the ball to your inner hip. When you are in the inner hip position, The advantage is the yard that you get. If you collect the ball here, when there is an edge, it comes straight to you. And if it's a thicker edge, you are still in a better position. There are situations where it goes to the first slip or to the right of first slip. You can still go for a dive because you already are in a power pack movement. Now let us see how these two ways are applicable for crouch, semi-crouch and touch and go. So let us get into the first position, which is the crouch position. Now you sit in the crouch position, your left foot being right behind your off stump. So you are in the crouch position. Here there is a lot of strain on your knees and your back. So for you to get up and get in line and catch itself would take some time. So when you have to do the inner hip, it would be slightly difficult. Talking about the semi-crouch position, at this position, when you are supposed to get to the line, you can get right behind, also to the inner hip. Now let us see the third position, which is the touch and go. Again, in the touch and go, there are a few variations where few of the keepers would just walk in slightly, touch and then go. That can also be done. So even otherwise, if you're just standing still and then you touch and you go, there is a lot of flexibility that you get, a lot of power pack movement on your sideways. The reason is the moment you go to this touch and go, your legs work like a spring, where you just push it for a very good power pack. Push, power pack. So because of this position, it helps you to get into the line where you are taking the ball into the inner hip very easily. Let's get into the final part, which is the glove work. This is applicable for all the three stances. The most important thing here is to collect the ball right in front of your eyes. So when I say that, my arm should be extended like this, and I'm trying to collect it in front of my eyes so that I can give the cushion. Be it in the line or in the inner hip, you would get the chance to cushion only when you collect the ball in front of your eyes with the arms extended. The arms work as a cushion. Number two, your gloves should be in a position where your fingers are pointing downward. There shouldn't be a case where the fingers are pointing towards the ball, because that would be a blunder. You might get hit or even miss the ball if the ball swings at the last moment. If you go collecting like this, it might just swing away. So you have to be in this position. The moment it swings away, you can move your hands and collect. So in the reverse cup, the basics are the same as the normal cup. So for the normal cup, as we are extending an arm, for the reverse cup, we'll have an extended arm and we are going to receive the ball in. The key would be, make sure that your gloves are not an hindrance to your vision. You have to make sure you're watching the ball. So the glove should be on the left or on the right, so that you can watch the ball coming in. Watch the ball coming in. Yeah. Key is the cushion and arms extended. So how do you take a call whether you have to take it finger pointing down or finger pointing up, which is the normal cup or the reverse cup? The indicator would be the power pack position. So once you get into the power pack position, your shoulder is the indicator. If the ball is below the shoulder, you take it as finger pointing down. If the ball comes right above your shoulder level, you go for the finger pointing up or the reverse cup. To understand the glove position, for a right-hander, the right-handed glove, right glove would be forward, and the left glove would be just slightly cutting it. Not exactly symmetric like this, slightly cutting, because your dominant hand will be taking over when you collect the ball. When you collect the ball, the dominant hand will be catching it more than the non-dominant hand. Similar is the case when you go for the reverse cup. Your right hand will be forward and the left hand would just be behind. So the index finger and the thumb would be crossing over. So it will be allowing you to catch with your dominant hand. And this would be a support. This is your dominant hand, non-dominant hand. The index and the thumb would cross over. And you will be the same. Okay, I would like to add one tip. If there's a deflection, be it an edge or a swing, you get into the line and then you see that the ball swings away, you have to rotate your hip and the ankle to allow that collection. The same thing applies when there's an edge. You go into the line and then you see there's an edge, the ball goes, you rotate your hip and the ankle. As wicket keepers, you would have situations where you are unable to view the ball in the pathway from the bowler till you. The batsman might come in the way. Probably the angle of the bowler is such that you are not able to view the ball completely. What do you do in these kind of scenarios? So what exactly you would do is you would stand slightly wider from the off stump to ensure that your vision is clear and you can watch the ball from the hands of the bowler until it reaches you, as you can see here, so that if there is a nick or there is a movement, you see it early and you make the strides to your right or to your left quite early. This is an example of a left-handed batsman. There are much more scenarios like a left armer bowling over the wicket, around the wicket, or a right armer bowling over the wicket and around the wicket. At any point in time, the adjustment has to be made by the keeper, ensuring that you can watch the ball from his arm until it reaches you. Keep practicing, and if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, My Cricket Turf. Good luck.